Hello, beautiful angels. Oh my gosh, what a weird wave. Welcome back to the videos, everyone. If you're new here, my name's Devon. How are ya? Love to hear it. If you're not great, sorry, I didn't mean to say love to hear it. I'm here to help. Also, so I've been wearing my rose quartz crystal thing necklace, you know, but rose quartz gives like loving energy, love yourself energy, love others, love the world. That's what I get from it a lot. And kind of what I want to talk about in today's video is all about happiness and loving vibes. So maybe this is a sign, probably, because everything happens for a reason. I'm not just losing it. I was gonna make a cup of tea to have some tea with you guys. Unfortunately, I just drank it all. So make yourself a cup of tea right now. Pause the video. Wait, don't pause yet. Go make yourself a cup of tea, boil a kettle, do what you need to do, pick a good flavor, then come back so we set the vibe right. Here's the thing. I was talking to one of my friends the other day, and they said something that probably wasn't a very significant part of the conversation at all, but it stuck with me, and I've been thinking about it today. And they were talking about how I found happiness and that they were a little like envious, whatever. That's not relevant. But what we are talking about here is how to find happiness, because truly I believe like happiness is a very, very important part. It's like probably, if not my biggest value, is happiness over everything. Like I'd rather, like a lot of common decisions that society would make, like I wouldn't make if it wouldn't make me happy. Like I value my happiness over pretty much everything, because if I'm not happy, like I just don't enjoy life, and then everything else goes down. That's me personally, but I'm sure you guys kind of feel the same in a way of like life just hits different when you're happy, when you're filled with joy, when everything's just like going well. Life just hits different. Like the vibe is good. The vibe is really good, and you don't want to get off the vibe, right? So I want to talk about some like little ways on how we can find happiness in our everyday life, or how you can get into the cycle of creating happiness for your life, and how to tune into that energy again when you need it most, or just like when you need it. Okay? A couple of videos back, I talked about how I felt like the energy was changing and how things are shifting and how good things are coming in. But especially since we're coming to the end of the year, like always when you step into a new year, even though time is like a man-made thing, change, like good things change. So I really, really feel like the energy is shifting for the better. But what I was gonna say is that with the energy shifting, I've become a little more spiritual than I have been. You guys know probably from the past few videos that I try and talk about something and then I just get downloads, or I say something that like wasn't planned, or I start shuffling tarot cards. So if that happens, you already know the vibe. Yeah, so don't be spooked. And I always want to say like I'm sorry in advance if this video doesn't go as how you imagine it right now at the beginning. But also, if it doesn't go as planned, like we need to let go of expectations in life, because we're talking about happiness here. Don't expect things, just allow. Okay, I also keep seeing rainbows. I literally just pulled my tarot cards. Okay guys, we're not doing this right now, but if it starts happening, don't be surprised. That's all I'm gonna say. So we're back to what we were talking about. Anyway, envious of the happiness. And I was thinking about it, and I was like, oh, like I have found happiness, but I've been happy for a while. Like I think overall I'm a pretty happy person. When I reflect back on my life, you know, for the past 22 years, obviously happy moments, but there's been a lot of moments where my strength has been tested. But I think this year I really told myself, you know, like this is a healing year. Like this is a growth, figure out like your purpose, you know, get in tune with yourself, shift your mindset kind of year. And I've definitely done that. But, you know, happiness sometimes doesn't just come overnight, as much as that might be unfortunate, especially if you are in a really dark place and that is something that you're like, I just want this to end. I just want to be happy. I don't care if I am completely broke. I don't care if I fail out of school. Like, I don't know, lose your job. Like, you just want to be happy is the energy, and that's how I felt. So I was like, okay, what makes me happy? Like, what are some things I can do to find happiness? And during my times of darkness, I decided to turn to the light, and I looked at the universe and source and spirit and spirituality as guidance for myself, and it helped. You know, I was like, if I can believe in this and trust in this, like, what can I make out of this? How can I use this to build light within myself and find a way to get others to kind of feed off my light? I wanted to be able to share that. So I was like, you know, it is really important for me to find happiness, but it's really cool that I can turn to something like this that has given me a totally different perspective on life. So I turned to spirituality because I was like, I really need guidance, I really need help right now. And I found little things like journaling and being outside in nature and allowing myself to cut ties where it wasn't needed, and just do all these things that probably weren't, you know, rash decisions at the time, doing all these things at once. But I was like, it doesn't make me happy, and I can't go down a path that won't make me happy because I don't know how long I'll be here for. So I might as well just fill it with happiness. So I found little things, like I said, like journaling, walking, that, you know, sparked my energy, sparked my joy. But kind of the point of me saying all this and me telling this story is you can find happiness in the smallest things. It doesn't have to be in a relationship, it doesn't have to be in a job, it doesn't have to be in a physical or societal thing that we're supposed to, as we age and as we go to school and as we do this in our programmed minds, like, this is what's supposed to make us happy, this is what we're supposed to do. Like, you don't need to do that. And you find these little things that you're like, oh, this actually makes me smile, this brings me joy. Put more awareness to that. Focus on the present, be present, but really tune your energy into that moment, into that feeling, and carry that with you. And that feeling, you'll want to carry that with you, or you'll want to repeat that feeling, so you'll figure out other ways that you can have that feeling again. Sometimes I shuffle tarot to help me like bring back what I'm trying to say. Anyway, I shuffled and the Queen of Cups came out. So literally what I don't even know if I was saying this, but get in touch with your emotions, get in touch with how you feel in certain moments, and with that, bring awareness to it. If you feel like you're getting triggered, getting upset about something, be aware of the thoughts that come to your mind. Be aware of what you might say and how you feel. Acknowledge it, and then let it go. Let it pass. Release it, especially if it's a negative emotion, a negative feeling, because like that will affect your whole day. And same with positive. If you feel really happy and excited about something, bring awareness to that. Acknowledge how you're feeling, and don't necessarily release it, but when you bring that awareness to that, then you can carry that with you. But also when you bring that awareness to those positive and good emotions, you can find ways to tune back into that, but you can also find ways on how to kind of reactivate that emotion. But I keep looking at my rose quartz again, and I just want to say, like, I always say this in every single video, to like, don't forget to love yourself first. But essentially what I'm trying to say here is that in any situation that occurs in your life, especially any endings, allow that to be a lesson, and allow yourself to actually want to grow, and bring awareness to all emotions, all activities, all feelings, like any internal thoughts. Bring awareness to it so that you can focus on being more present, but then you can learn how to control and deal and like activate the good vibes again, or figure out what makes you feel good, especially in times when you're feeling low or when you're like, I just want complete and utter happiness, when you've probably felt that before, or maybe you haven't, but like there's probably been little things that are right in front of you that you can do that just like fill you with joy, but you haven't brought awareness to them, so you don't really know how to get yourself back to these feelings. So you look for escapes, you look for new relationships to bury yourself into, you look for new hobbies that are trending, like things that actually don't make you happy because you've never brought awareness to what makes you happy. Because we're all different, and your soul needs something different than what my soul needs. Okay, I hope that made sense. Even if, you know, you don't really have it in you to like bring awareness to these emotions, you know, this is something you can slowly try and practice. Like, don't say you can't do it. You can do anything, like just try. But just like hang out with someone, or go watch a movie, or just do like something to distract yourself, or something very small and common, something that will bring your serotonin levels up, because we all deserve to be happy in this life. I've posted a lot of videos on how to dig yourself out of ruts or negative energy, or just those deep feelings of like just bad vibes. So scroll through those if you need help, but I believe in you all, and like I said, you deserve to find happiness. So just start small, and the more that you focus on being present in those moments and bring awareness to that emotion of good, it'll last longer, and you'll feel better, and you'll have more appreciation for whatever it is. I hope that made sense. But if you're gonna take anything from this, take the simple version. Bring awareness to how you're feeling, thoughts, feelings, emotions, actions, anything good or bad. Bring awareness. Start to try and bring awareness and acknowledge it, maybe process it, release it if it's something you don't want, or figure out how to release it. Or if it takes a little bit longer to release, that's okay. Take longer to process, like just be patient with yourself and do your best to be present. And doing this, bringing this awareness, will help you be present, which helps a lot with like getting rid of anxiety as well. Anyway, you guys get it. I hope this video brought you a lot of love and light. I won't see you guys till after the holidays, so if you do celebrate it, Merry Christmas. And I'll see you guys right after, so you can tell me everything that happened during your holidays. Be safe, make good decisions, love yourself always, and just smile, because I know you're all beautiful souls, beautiful angels, and I want to see you smile more, so just do it. It's not hard. Just, even if you fake it, laugh at yourself for faking it, and then there's the real smile. Like, you know what I mean? Happiness, it's just so easy, and then that makes you happy because you're laughing at yourself in a good way. But like I always say, don't forget to love yourself first. I love you all so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week. Later.